Be the star of your family holiday gatherings with this easy Pesto Star Bread recipe. It's the perfect appetizer that can be used with a tomato sauce dip. It's dairy-free, nut-free, egg-free, and truly a safe delight. So guys, we're making our dough for our star bread recipe today. So we begin with gathering our ingredients. Today we'll be using 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, sifted. I will be using 1 packet of instant yeast, which is also equivalent to 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. We'll be using 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. For our wet ingredients, we'll be using 3/4 cup of warm plant-based milk, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, and 1/4 cup of melted plant-based butter. Next step, we will add our vinegar to our plant-based milk. This is going to create like an instant buttermilk, and we just set it aside for like about 1 minute or so. And then we add our warm plant-based melted butter, and this is our wet ingredients that we will set aside, which we'll use in a moment. So we're going to add our dry ingredients all together. So we have our flour, our yeast, sugar, salt. Just whisk everything until all the ingredients are combined. Then we will add our wet ingredient. And then we'll get a hand mixer ready to mix on low speed for 3 to 4 minutes. So we'll be mixing with 3 to 4 minutes until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. It should be soft and not sticky. So we can set aside the hand mixer and get in your bowl with wash clean hands to form the dough. Next, we flour our hands and transfer the dough into an oil bowl and cover with a towel for 60 to 90 minutes or until double in size. So guys, it's been 60 minutes. The dough has doubled in size a bit. We're going to place the dough ball onto a lightly floured clean surface, and we're going to cut the dough into 4 equal pieces, to further form into 4 small little balls. So we're going to roll each ball out into circles, perhaps 8 to 10 inches in size. So to assemble our pesto star bread, we're going to paste each layer with pesto sauce. This pesto sauce is homemade, which I have swapped out the pine nuts by using pumpkin seeds because of my tree nut allergy. And because it's Christmas and it's the festive season and the colors are usually red and green, we can use pizza sauce or tomato sauce to add that splash of red and green color. So it's kind of like making a pizza. So we're going to paste the tomato sauce first onto the first layer here, then the pesto on top. Try to not go too close to the edges, because then our filling will tend to spill out when it's baking. And now for my second layer, repeat with the same process. My third layer, again with the red and green, making sure not to go too close to the edges. It's like 4 layers of pizza, one on top of each other, except it's with our famous pesto sauce. Before we put our top layer on, you can even use this opportunity to make it a little cheesy by using some vegan shredded cheese. And then we place our top layer on, but we're not pasting any more of the pesto on the top layer. We're getting ready to place a round object in the center. You can leave it or you can just make the marking, and then we get ready to cut 16 equal pieces of strips. So we start cutting our strips. We can use a serrated knife like I am, or a pizza cutter, whichever you're comfortable in. And we're going to stop where we marked off the circle. So we're cutting first 4 equal pieces to begin with, and work our way all around until we get to 16 equal pieces. So we're going to assemble our star bread. We have our 16 strips already cut, and we're going to get 8 pairs with 2 adjacent strips, and holding 2 strips in our hands like this, we're going to twist them outwards. And then join the 2 ends. 2 strips, twisting 2 times, and then joining the ends like this. And now we cover with cling wrap and let for it to rise for 20 minutes before baking. So it's been 20 minutes now, and before we place into the oven, we'll brush the top with some olive oil, and we'll get ready to place it in our oven to bake for 13 to 15 minutes. We'll be putting it on the top shelf, the top rack, and so now it's time to put it in the oven on the top rack at 475 degrees for 13 to 15 minutes. It's time to take it out of the oven. There we go. Our finished star bread, ready to be steal the show of your dinner table or Christmas get together. What we'll do now is leave it on the pan to continue cooling, maybe like about another 10 minutes before transferring onto a wire rack to completely cool.
Looks like it's time for tasting.
It sure is. Here we go.
All right, now I'm a movie star.
Here's the dip, hon.
Lovely. Now we could dip it in a nice tomato sauce or pizza sauce, and you could put some hot sauce in it just like how I like it, but I didn't put any, but you could try that too. Look at my finger too. It's so delicious. Can't believe this is pesto made out of pumpkin seed instead of pine nuts.
Spinach.
And it has spinach in it too as well.
It's hidden veggies in there.
I feel like the Popeye man.
So it's crusty on the outside and it's chewy and soft on the inside, and it really is the perfect appetizer that will be sure to please any vegan or vegetarian guests and anybody else other than that as well.
Yep.
Even if you're in a rush and it's not as an appetizer, it can be eaten by itself. with a cup of coffee or tea or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Nice comfort food for a nice cold night, a cold day. So enjoy it, guys. And want to wish everybody, on behalf of Safe Delights, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.